Sales and revenue continue to grow for cannabis companies despite volatility in marijuana stocks, as well as economic uncertainty and legislative uncertainty. We have Bob Fireman with us to provide some best practices. Bob is CEO of MariMed, which is a seed-to-consumer multi-state operator. Hey, Bob, how are you?
Very good, Dwayne. Nice to see you. Thank you for having us on the show today.
So, Bob, you've had huge growth in revenue as well as EBITDA in 2021. So, how did you do it? And what are you looking at for 2022? And what were some of the key drivers for growth for you coming up this year?
Financial discipline, validated management team, been together over 10 years, focused on quality products, quality operation, and developing a culture that for growth. I think when you come to our facilities, people are happy. There's a sense of camaraderie, teamwork. But we refocused our business. I mean, we had double-digit growth from 20 to 21. We focused on expanding our strategic growth plan, which was growing deeper in the states we are, developing our brands and taking them to other states, acquiring certain assets and consolidating the businesses that we built. We rolled up Maryland, hopefully get approval for that, but we've now rolled into the public company, Massachusetts, Illinois, hopefully Maryland, and we are putting that revenue on our public reporting. So we're poised for growth. We've cleaned up our debt. We're profitable. We have positive cash flow. We got a great team. And I think we're organically grown. I think the differentiators between us and other MSOs, we've won these licenses. We've built our own sales force. We've created our own SOPs. And we're just poised to continue double-digit growth into 22 or higher. And we're looking good.
Right. And speaking of your potential growth in Massachusetts, so what's it like to operate in Massachusetts? And looking at the permitting process as well, does the permitting process take slower?
Well, Massachusetts was very slow in the beginning. It started as a medical-only state in a competitive process. That's now evolved into a adult use and medical program. I think they created the Cannabis Control Commission, and over the last 3 or 4 years, they've upgraded their administrative policies, and I think they're turning applications faster. The program's grown from a few dispensaries to now over 176. Being in Massachusetts, Boston-based, we've been involved in the process, and we think it's a great state. I mean, it's limited licenses, it's robust prices, it's an upscale, it's a highly intelligent cannabis marketplace. We have a building with 135,000 feet. We're doubling its size. We're expanding. We're going to open 2 more dispensaries this year. And we think it's going to be very profitable to the company and to our revenue and earnings.
And out of the states you're in right now, what state do you think holds the most potential?
Well, we look at Massachusetts, Maryland, Illinois as the core of our seed-to-sale operations right now. We in Delaware, it's still not-for-profit, though we own 2 of the 4 licenses. So we're looking to expand our operations in Maryland. We have a 180,000-foot building. We developed 100,000. We're adding another 80,000 of cultivation, new technology, automated equipment into a very robust market there. Illinois, we opened 4 dispensaries as medical, and now in the adult program, we're killing it. We have a dispensary in Metropolis, Illinois, in the southern part of the state, on the Kentucky border. It's the home of Superman and the Superman Hall of Fame. And 200,000 people come to the campground dressed up as Superman and Superwoman. And the revenue there has been very good. We want to go vertical in that. We just acquired a craft license, which will allow us to cultivate and produce our award-winning brands, which we will now sell into the wholesale market in Illinois and to our dispensaries. We can own up to 10 dispensaries and 3 craft licenses. So we look at Illinois as a big winner for us in the next 18 months.
And how many states would you like to operate in? What's the goal here once cannabis is legalized nationwide?
From your mouth to God's ear. Been in this business 12 to 14 years. Listen, legalization was sort of a joke 10 years ago, and now it's bills before our Congress. So who knows? When it's legalized, we'd like to be everywhere, obviously. Right now, we look for states where within a financial discipline, we can figure out how to get in at a good price and make some money. I mean, we're applying in New Jersey, New York, Connecticut locally. We're moving into Ohio. We just won a lottery ball dispensary license. We're expanding in Illinois. We're looking at Missouri, Arizona. Obviously, we'd like to bring our award-winning brands to all these states and then probably into California, which has the best and the worst of everything we know about cannabis.
And have you talked about your plans for all of your cash?
Cash, I'm the CEO. It all comes to me. We were very fortunate in February of 21 to find an investor that came in at a market price and gave us the capital to pay off all our non-bank debt. They also provided us capital to finish our CapEx and to do our consolidation first rounds. We have additional money we can pull from them, but I think if, we're going to announce our earnings next week, but our guidance was to show 42 million in adjusted EBITDA this year. So being cash flow positive, profitable, we're accumulating cash. So we have enough money between the commitments we have and the cash on hand to execute our strategic growth plan without any additional need. That being said, obviously the equity market in Canada and with the stock prices of other MSOs coming down, equity is hard to find. And a lot of banks are looking at creative debt right now. So if the right deal came across for M&A, we could look at debt because the interest rates are down. And some of this debt, they're even talking about non-recourse acquisition targeted debt, which is a very interesting conversation I like to have. We don't like to be dilutive. Every transaction we do is accretive, and we need to just increase our profitability and the value of our shares.
Could you also explain to our viewers how you increase revenue and profits by consolidating your managed client businesses as well?
Like I said, we've been around a while. When we started winning licenses, we were an advisory company. We were helping other people in competitive bids to win these limited licenses. So back in the day, they were not-for-profit, equity-less stock companies. So our revenue came from rents and management fees and licensing fees. So we started a plan about a year and a half ago to consolidate these businesses into the public company, which now allows us to report the cannabis revenue to our reporting top line. So the consolidation really makes us one of the unique MSOs because we're organically grown. We're not out borrowing money to go buy other companies at some ridiculous, some of these high prices and try to assimilate cultures and businesses. We created these companies. We own the real estate. We developed the systems, the proprietary software, the brands and the products and the workforce. So we're sort of unique in that we completely organically grown, poised for growth with a great team, positive cash flow. So that revenue has now allowed us to do double-digit growth and organically, without much more, without any additional cash, MariMed will continue to grow at that level.
Right. So are you placing an emphasis on growing organically? So, and what I mean by that is, how do you think about taking on more debt prior to legalization to grow versus issuing stock or, just simply continuing to use your cash flow and growing organically?
If the right opportunity came along, we don't want to dilute our equity of our shareholders. So every transaction has to be, as I said, accretive to us, has to make sense and improve our bottom line. So debt is a vehicle. I mean, if a large deal came that we didn't have the cash and we could borrow money into a situation that was cash flowing positive, we'd consider debt, hopefully short term, to get the acquisition and then have it self-amortize or pay its way, as all our investments have been. So we want to be cash flow positive. We want to be financially disciplined. We don't want to bite off more than we can chew.
Can you tell us about your products as well and your product formats, whether that's vapes, flowers, edibles, and then what are the most popular brands that you're working with, and what's the best area for long-term growth in your view?
Well, I believe that at the end of the day, as cannabis becomes more mainstream, we're all going to look like consumer packaged goods companies. So I mean, all the things that make Kraft General Foods and Coca-Cola, great companies, we're going to have to follow their lead. We need to have brands and trust of the consumers to want our products because it fulfills their needs and gives them the consistent quality every time. So our mission is to do that. Our mission is to provide products that use cannabis to improve the lives and quality of the people that use it. So it all starts with our flowers. I mean, our team has developed our own genetics, and we use a very personalized growing methods in all of our facilities. We like to say we grow craft bud at scale. Our Nature's Heritage flower brand is the top sellers in every market that we're in. We take that quality flower and we turn it into full spectrum concentrate, vapes, and infused products. We developed our own proprietary brands. Our top selling brand is Betty's Eddies, which is a fruit chew taffy. Vegan, health-wise, it seems to be the top sellers in Massachusetts and Maryland. It was a top seller in the medical program in Illinois. It's now the top seller in Delaware and in Rhode Island, wherever we introduce it. We just did a big smashing passion. We have for Betty's, one of their brands that we introduced for Valentine's Day. We've come out with a brand called Bubby's Baked Goods. We launched its brownie on National Brownie Day, and we built a brownie that was the world's largest brownie ever with cannabis. It was 3 feet wide by almost 2 feet thick. I had 20,000 milliliters of API THC in it, and it went viral. We had over 1 billion hits. We made the Jimmy Kimmel Show and Saturday Night Live. So promotion helps. Our coming out with Vibations, which is a energy drink mix, multiple flavors, brings us into the beverage category, and we're coming out with many more. We like to be innovative. We partnered with a company called Emac and Bolio's, an old brand stoner ice cream, local around the country. And we're coming out with a ice cream, cannabis ice cream, both vegan and dairy. And we hope to launch that in the next couple of months. So our brands are top sellers. We can't make things fast enough to sell. We're in robust markets that appreciate it. And we just revamped our marketing group to be more focused, expand our brands, expand our digital marketing, and try to create products that keep fulfilling people's needs.
Thank you, Bob. I think you really gave us a good idea of some of your strategies and then also where you've been and where you're headed in terms of your branding and execution across America. So yeah, we definitely thank you for joining us and coming on our platform today.
Wayne, call us anytime, and thank you for bringing all this information to the industry and to people.
Oh,
Appreciate your show.
oh, excellent. Thank you.